Hey gamers, welcome to my game room. AJ from Rolling with Roc here with today's episode of Roc Reacts, an unboxing series. And I am going to be looking at Role Player Fiends and Familiars expansion by Thunderworks Games. This is a brand new expansion that we just got. We have the rulebook, and it's not too thick, so it's not adding too much stuff. But the box is pretty heavy, so I'm interested to see what's all in here. You got a couple of different character sheets. You have the Saurian, which is a lizard person, and you would punch out a good bit of those tokens there. We have Yugar, or Yorgar, which looks like a wolf or a bear. Not exactly sure which one that's supposed to be. We have a Shiki, which is a tree spirit of some sort. And we have a Kaika, which is amazing and is a penguin. Different kinds. That one's actually looks like an emperor penguin, and that one looks like a rockhopper penguin. And rockhopper penguins are awesome. So that will probably be my choice right there for use. Oh, that's very cool. I didn't even notice that before. Where in the normal role player ones, you have like a +1 and a -1. Right here you have -1, and then +2. So that's very interesting. Are they all like that? No, this one is +1, +1, and -2. So that is different. That's very interesting. Very different take on those. And then we have a bunch of other boards here, and these are, I'm assuming, are familiars. And yeah, these are all familiars. I think maybe, yeah, I think so. So just as an example here, we have 3 familiars, and we have the long-tailed weasel right there, the silver warthog, and the dragool wolf. And they all have their own abilities. They are sneaky, brash, and resilient, and they have their own things going on with those. Scrolls and Fiends. Very interesting. So you've got a Scorch Phoenix, a Tempest Fox, and a Jackalope right there. And a Cursed Raven, an Ancient Tortoise, and a Blood Badger. That's just some of them. They're pretty cool. Oh, we got a lot more in here. We have a bunch of cubes and a ton of more dice. You have a bunch of dice like that. I'm not actually sure if those are supposed to be orange or sort of red. I think they're supposed to be orange. I am partially colorblind, so that's harder for me to tell. And then this is actually really intriguing to me. I'm gonna open these ones up so I can show you guys. These dice are 2 colored dice. The split dice. So you can see right here, that has one side white and the other side I believe is supposed to be green. So that's actually a really cool mechanism there. So here you have a green die with, I think it's purple right there. So you could have 2 purple or 1 green. And then this is blue and green, I believe. So those are just really very cool. Doesn't seem like there's every color combination, which would be very hard to do, but very cool concept there. I really like that, and am intrigued to see how that works in the confines of the game. And then you have a bunch of new cards. You have some monster cards here. So you have a Cyclops. Multiple Cyclopses. A Gorgon, which is like a Medusa. What's the difference between... Oh, there's difference between one player and... There's a card specifically for if you're playing the game one player, and then if you're playing multiplayer. So they must be different. You have a Griffin, which is really cool looking. Hydra. Hail Hydra. Yep, that's cool. A Leviathan. Okay, that thing does not look like fun to fight. Megapede. Alright. Now we have updated... Alright, this is great. You have updated player sheets on what to do during your turn. And then, of course, the backing with the score sheet. I really like when this about role players, that you flip that over and then that's how you track your points at the end. So just those alone, that's very cool. We have more cards right here. Lots of cards in here. Lots of content in this expansion, which I actually do not have the Monsters and Minions expansion. So I don't know how much that one came with yet, but I am very excited to put this with Role Player, because that is one of our favorite games to play right now. And we enjoyed Role Player so much that my game group did back Role Player Adventures on Kickstarter. So the first thing I see is that we have a 5th player action selection marker. So you can now play this with 5 players. And you have some more cards up here for different colors. Oh, okay. Oh, so each die color got a whole new classes. So red can be a centurion and a fighter. Green can be a hunter and a soothsayer. You have a beastmaster and a tinkerer, a scribe and a templar, an outrider and a seeker, and a conjurer and a magician for blue. So that's cool. And then a bunch more of these. Just a lot. Wow, this is just going to completely switch the game up. Oh, there's a bunch of minions in here. So this must be more content that goes with what the minion expansion gave. So that's cool. I'll have to see if you can play that without the minion expansion or not. Yeah, lots of that. And there's even more cards. This is, honestly, I'm quite impressed with how much content is in. Oh, there's, can I get that without cutting it? Sometimes they put these ribbons on these games to make it easy, and I still can't get a hold of them. Oh, there we go. Or it breaks halfway across trying to rip it open. So we have new armors. This is very cool. You have new chainmail armor. More things to go with your leather. And just more armors. You have a runic set. That's very cool. So that's a new set. And then a lot more skill cards and weapons. Wow, this is going to completely change how we play. That's very cool. There's a lot of cards. And then there's 2 smaller things of cards, which I'm not sure what these are, but we'll open them up and look. We've got, what are these? Obstacles. Okay, so these are obstacles that are specific to some of the monsters. You have a new alignment card. You have a bunch of different, okay, so there's obstacle cards and alignment cards kind of shuffled in together here based off of how the printer decided to pack them. It's a bunch of new alignment cards. That's very cool. One of them is called Heretic. I like that. Alright, so that's just all these are obstacles and new alignments. And then there's one more small pack, and the back of this says Fiend. So I'm assuming that at least some of these cards are Fiend cards. What's that? That's a Fiend card, and that's more obstacles. Okay, so you have like a Fiend of Arbitration, Fiend of Coercion, Fiend of Denial, Fiend of Ignorance. It's very cool. You have a customary card just in the middle there. Just lots and lots and lots of cards. So I'm interested to see what these bring to the table for Role Player. Just looking at the cards, the artwork is very nice. Like, just look at that Cyclops. So cool looking. Card quality is just as good as Role Player. I really like their dice, especially these dual-sided colored dice. These just, I want to see what these do, because that just looks really, really cool. Being colorblind, partially, it is a little hard to see some of these colors, so I would have probably liked to seen some sort of marking on them to tell the difference, especially when it's the whole die. It's a lot easier to tell. When it's just a very small area, it can be difficult to tell the color sometimes. So that might be one small gripe, but overall I am very excited to play this, get this to the table. So that was Role Player Fiends and Familiars expansion from Thunderworks Games. And this was AJ with Rolling with Roc. If you enjoyed this type of content, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Leave a comment down below telling me other games you might want to see unboxed, or just kind of have a deep dive into the components. And check out my other series, Roc Reviews, where I go into games, show you how to play them, and tell you what I think about them. Right now, these type of videos are more for when I'm opening games for the first time and I have no idea about how they play yet. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.